The GA. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The veteran punter Bradley Pinion has this one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Smith going to go to the air first play. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. That one complete to Trey Tucker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
A shotgun snap for Smith. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And Zach Harrison, who forced his way into dropping.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Smith. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Zach Harrison. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation: run it and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They snap it to Smith. He's going to go up top again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Now Penix. Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Here we go now on 1st and goal. A play fake. Now Penix. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great play there with an amazing diving catch. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. They'll go again with Genty. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing now is Geno. That's caught by Tucker. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Geno. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Robinson up the middle. And slow going there as they'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
60 Bison.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a 4th down situation. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They are going for it. Penix. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. They'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
On 1st down, it's Genty. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Smith. Open man is Tucker. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave them with a third and just a yard. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. 3rd down and 1. They'll try to run for it with Genty. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Smith. And his pass incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. A run out of the gun with Genty. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 24-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
To throw is Smith. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Okay, ready?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Penix. That one deep for London. And that's going to be incomplete.
With how the coverage was positioned, up was about the only spot the quarterback had to try and deliver that pass. Just put a little too much height on it. Incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. To the air, Penix. He's got his man, London, right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
On the set. Ready.
They'll try to throw again. Here's Penix. Forced out to his left. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And looking to throw, Penix. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Ready, set. Come on, ready.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Set. Cougar 19. Go.
They'll throw now on the final play. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Touchdown, Falcons! Bijan Robinson, 58 yards. And the Falcons come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Ready.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Smith now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Tucker. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On 4th down, Smith. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Gino going to hand it to Genty. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 68 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a 2nd back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Gino now to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Trey Tucker, 26 yards. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the 2nd half.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Paul. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that 1st touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Man, he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. They work now on 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got room at the 30. Big strides, look at him go. Touchdown, Falcons. Charlie Warner, 49 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. They find some open field here, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Here's Smith. That's caught by Tucker. Nice little juke. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. A give out of the gun to Genty. Well, he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Throwing is Smith. He finds his man, complete. It's Tucker. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Here's Smith. And that is incomplete.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on 4th down because you can try the long field goal, you could go for it, or you could punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. Here we go on 4th. Smith. He finds his man, complete. That's Tucker. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw, got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Smith to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Smith's going to throw it. They'll get this out to Genty. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
I'm starting to wonder here, are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield. I think they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
Here we go, here we go.
A run straight ahead with Genty. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And the Raiders are going to have a first and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Now first and goal. Once again, it's Genty. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Up the middle, it's Genty. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. This crowd doing all they can. Here's third and goal.
Here we go.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on third down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on third down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
And now contact up front. And this might set up an interesting decision. So now it's fourth and short.
So after the penalty, that means there's a decision to be made. Do you still line up in field goal formation? Or maybe you think about running your offense back out on the field.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. Here's first and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Well, that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Atlanta.